जयपुर वाया कोटा।
कृपया ध्यान आपो अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत.
Lucknow Junction.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವ ರೈಲು
एक्सप्रेस পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন कृपया ध्यान दियो.
मेरी बात कोई मानता ही नहीं है, क्या बताऊं मैं. I have so many complaints in life to give, but anyway I will not. Because ultimately when what you say comes right, I guess you are...
Give, no?
Huh?
Give.
What, give complaints?
Give.
Or give brag? Maybe
Give brag also.
Brag. Or maybe I can just be humble and the both of you can say,
No.
geez,
No,
Gaurav,
brag.
right.
No, see, the people who brag, brag because they have such few opportunities, no?
That's true.
If they won every day, they wouldn't brag.
That's
So
true.
brag, no?
So maybe then I won't brag because I have been winning every day, Joy. So why don't you say nice things about me?
I just want to say that I just want to ask you whether that call on your phone that you got just
Yes.
before you started, was that from the Delhi camp? Because after the last time you visited them, this is how they play. So was that call from the Delhi camp or not?
That's
Delhi
right,
Capitals
of course.
camp or not?
They go and chase it with over 3 overs to spare, and I should take credit for that. Maybe I'll even get player of the match. You never know. No, there's only going to be one guy, and that's going to be Salt. Left Bangalore very salty today because he has made an absolute mockery of this 180 score the way he has batted. In fact, Delhi has. They've got these 2 points and they've got the win very easy. 181 is what Bangalore has scored after they won the toss and chose to bat. And this is what Delhi's done. Let's show you the match summary and you'll know how easily they got this done. Dikhao, jaldi. Kar diya? Nahi?
In fact, at one...
Chalo, mat dikhao.
In fact, at one
Mat
point...
dikhao. Ruthe raho. Mat dikhao. Oh, dikha diya. There you go. 181 for 4 is what they got. 50 for Virat Kohli finished his, completed his 7,000 runs in IPL. But that innings from Mahipal Lomrod, 54 not out of 29, was brilliant. But here comes to Phil Salt, 87 of just 45. Just tore into every bowler. He was... there was no bias, no prejudice. He just tore into everybody. Riley Russo on the other side staying unbeaten with him. Mitchell Marsh got some runs. David Warner got some runs. But here's what we were talking about, Joy. Their top 4, all international pros, all getting the job done like international pros.
They got it done. I mean, that's the point, that they went in with this lack of batting depth, Aksar coming in at 5. But that's the point. If these 4 can get it done, then, and in what way are they very different from Bangalore? Of course, Bangalore again got runs from Mahipal Lomrod today, but that's what Bangalore's also been doing, depending on their top 3.
Yeah.
So here they've just put their top 4 and said, whoever that you bowl, which extra Delhi bowler you're going to bowl, Indian bowler, is not going to be that different. And if you look at those partnerships, all those partnerships, the strike rate is what will, it stands out. The interesting one is the last one is the least because by that time they've already bought the target so close that they could coast.
It was done. But Harsha,
The
this chase...
least is 52 of 31.
Yeah.
I thought at some point, if this was a boxing match, the referee would have stopped the bout.
Yeah, they would have, because this is just from the first, it was just
Literally.
attack from the beginning.
Yeah.
They've really made this 180 look very easy.
And it's not just 3 of us who are taken aback. What did Virat say at the end of the innings?
He said he thought it was a 160 surface.
And then Lomrod took you to 180.
Yeah.
So even sometimes, and we are sitting here, that you can sometimes make a misjudgment. I don't know if it was a misjudgment. I'll be completely honest. I just think they did, when you have a player as fearless as Phil Salt, who's not afraid of getting out, how do you get him out? You just hope he plays a bad shot. And T20 is for people who are not afraid of getting out. And his innings today was...
Yeah, it was spectacular.
The lowest strike rate in the entire Delhi innings was 152. 150 strike rate is a 180 game.
Yeah.
Which is what they needed to go at.
Yeah, and they were all kind of ahead of it, and that's it. They've got it done with
in the first 6.
20 balls to spare.
20, exactly. They played actually Phil Salt from, playing a lot in the UK, so he did 100. They had exactly 100 balls to do.
Nice, well done. That's a
But-
good calculation.
Correct. So why don't you quickly write to the ECB and say, look, your 100 has helped. Don't call it off. They want to call off the 100 2 years in because it's not yielded dividend. It's like, I invested my money, but 2 years I want my money back.
If this was the 100, it would be a last ball game, and that always gets eyeballs. It always gets it done. Bangalore, the bowlers, they won't want to have a look at this analysis, but we're going to show it to you because we have to. And there you go. He used 7 bowlers, did Faf, but really there was just nothing. I mean, they were equal disdain to everybody.
I think the turning point of that match was the third ball of Hasaranga's first over. And Salt is batting and it's an edge. It's an inside edge shown in the replay. Just DK couldn't hold on.
Yeah.
There was a second one which looked close, but it wasn't. But this one, the replays actually showed that it was an inside edge.
Yeah.
If that catch had been taken, perhaps things could have been very different. But to give DK, to be honest, it was a very, very, very difficult catch. Those, either they stick or they don't,
Standing up inside edges are often very, very difficult.
Yeah, either they stick or they don't. I mean, if it stuck, it would have stuck. But you change them.
But sometimes in the evening, the track just smooths out a little bit sometimes. We've seen that more than once this year.
Yeah.
So I wonder if that is what happened by the time Delhi came into bat, because it wasn't gripping. Remember, we thought in the middle, maybe it's gripping a little bit when the spinners are bowling. Akshar bowled at first over. So second over, whatever.
Yeah.
We thought it's going to grip. Sometimes under the lights, it just smoothens out because, as you said, not one bowler was spared, man.
Yeah, just went after everybody. Phil Salt, David Warner did as well. It was a very quick fire innings that he played in the beginning. But what happened with that is that Delhi just got this escape velocity, right? They just went.
Physics!
Yeah, I told you, you'll get things here that you don't expect. Much like the ferocity with which Delhi has chased down this 180 target. And that takes them up just one spot. Hyderabad, of course, has a game tomorrow. Takes them up one spot. They're tied on points with the Knight Riders, but of course, the net run rate. The net run rate, Kolkata is also negative, but Delhi just about half a point behind them. So, but the good thing for Delhi is that now they've had 2 wins back-to-back, Joy. One against GT, where it is a low score that they've defended, and the other against Bangalore, where it's a reasonable score that they've chased.
And chased easily.
Yeah.
Chased easily, and that's what the big thing you'll have to look at and say, that the way they chased it, and if these 4 batsmen look as in form, one of the things that I saw, I mean, David Warner just got 22 of 14. But if you had seen that body language in those 3 or 4 overs that he was there, the way he was jumping around, moving around, there was intent.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, he lit a fire under his team. Maybe the coach lit a fire under all of them. But they looked having far more intent to do stuff.
Yeah.
And if you come with that attitude, it's not about, okay, the tournament's over, we're coming last. This was a very different Delhi team. And this could they win. Don't think so far about, playoffs or all that. Let's win the next match. Let's see where it goes.
Yeah, also Akshar first ball 6, so it's not like...
That was the plan.
Yeah.
I think the moment Salt teed off, they said, okay, if we come to within striking distance, we're not going to hold back.
Yeah.
Because who knows? You win the next 3 matches, you come up, you get 16 points, they win all their matches, they get to 16. Who knows? Never ever underestimate the importance of the equal purse in the IPL. It's an amazing tournament where number 10 has a chance of beating number 1.
Yeah.
It's not like Brighton and Hove Albion beating Manchester City.
Yeah.
You got no chance.
True.
Because your wealth very often determines your success. Here the wealth is equalized. So every team has match winners in them.
Yep.
And we saw today, if you saw only this match, would you guess where Delhi were on the table?
Yeah, fair, you wouldn't.
But sometimes when you come down and you have you don't worry about reputations, you don't worry about where you are on the table, and suddenly the doors open. This is T20 cricket.
Yeah.
You play it fearlessly, you don't worry. If you're playing 14 games, you get out 6-7 times, you win matches 6-7 times, that's a fabulous result.
There's one team that's looking at Delhi like this and thinking, wait, because Delhi's 2 games are against Chennai. So Delhi and Chennai play each other twice over the next couple of weeks. And suddenly Chennai, who's sitting up there looking at qualifying in 1 or 2 position, who maybe a week back said, oh, we've got 2 games against Delhi, Joy. These should be easy points for us. And now looking at it and saying, wait a second.
Yeah, we showed that, didn't we? 2 against DC, 1 against KKR.
Yeah.
That's Chennai. So Delhi, that means it's 2 against Chennai and 2 against Punjab. So now suddenly all of these combinations are becoming very interesting towards the back end. But especially for these guys, they will now, because they'll play 1 game in Mohali, Delhi will look at it and say, wait a second, man, we can chase anything.
Yes.
Yeah, right? With this batting, they can chase anything.
Yeah.
If that top 4 clicks. If it doesn't matter. They've probably given up on the season. So they're going there literally, just as they say in Hindi, kafan bandh ke. That if it happens, it happens. It doesn't happen, hey, we gave it a really good whack.
Yeah.
So they're coming from a good place.
Yeah.
Now you realize the importance of Siraj in the power play. Siraj gives them wickets in the power play, just sets it up. For the first time, Bangalore are a very powerful bowling side. And that's largely because Siraj was giving you wickets in the power play.
Yeah.
Today, first over from Siraj, Warner hits 2 boundaries. Then next over is another couple of boundaries. He starts to get angry, he's losing it. The ball is coming on, it's not swinging. And just see the difference it makes. You don't start
It
off
was like
well.
6-6-4 and then a wide.
Yeah, he
And
went
then
for
a wide
28.
against
Phil
Salt.
Salt is what, that's what he did in his second over.
In his second over. Then Harshal Patel comes along. Obviously, the ball is not gripping because he goes for 24 and over. But the start has always been set up by Siraj in the power play.
Yeah.
And you see how the power play, that's why we often say who wins the power play wins the game. And they won the power play in emphatic style. There wasn't another team.
Yeah. There was, I think, did
70.
Bangalore got to 50, right?
Bangalore got 50, they got 70.
Yeah, so I guess there's...
You didn't remember Bangalore got to 50 after all the celebration of him getting it right? No, that's not in the power play. So.
No, that was the previous. There's been so many games today. And
I
so
know.
many guessing games.
4 innings, yeah.
I've forgotten who won what.
So confusing. I don't even know who the first game was. It was Chennai, Mumbai. I do remember it. Do I? I don't know. But right now for Bangalore, well, they'll have to go back to the drawing board a little bit and wonder what exactly they could have done. Well, I guess the first thing they'll say is we could have scored more runs, right?
The interesting thing is that going back to the drawing board, they're not going back though.
Yeah.
Because they're on the road till the 21st.
Ah, interesting.
Just have a look at that. They go to Mumbai, they go to Rajasthan, they go to Hyderabad. They don't go home.
9th of May, because they are next to each other on the points tally.
Yep.
The Mumbai Bangalore game determines who moves up and who stays down. So it's that mid-table clash.
It's so interesting though, because maybe a couple of days back, you would have said, hey, which team supporter do you want to be, Mumbai or Bangalore? Everybody almost would have chosen kind of Bangalore, saying Bangalore slightly stronger. At this point in time, you're looking at this game and saying, wait a second, this is a very equal game. And if Mumbai get to chase, suddenly you're going, wait a second, that batting can do some serious destruction.
Also, this is now the time in the season when teams will start supporting other teams.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's very funny. I mean, even in T20 World Cups, you had all of Pakistan supporting India.
Yeah, exactly.
in one of those games.
Yeah, correct.
And then, of course, the conspiracy theories that all of India united just so that Pakistan could not qualify, all that nonsense. You'll get all that in this as well
7
now.
days, yeah.
In this also. That'll be very funny. So for all that you know, Joy might start supporting some other team.
Will you?
I'll do what it takes. Hey, you support whoever needed.
You'll basically support any team that is playing against Hyderabad so that Hyderabad stays at the bottom.
No, any points. Suppose, say, KKR is making a run for it, okay? Then you support anyone who's in that same position as KKR so that those guys don't go ahead.
But because there's such a mid-table muddle, sometimes you'll have a game where you'll want both teams to lose.
Yeah, which is difficult. It will happen. That will also happen.
Say a Bangalore-Mumbai game.
That's
Then
what,
you wish for a rain out.
but that's what happens when United play Chelsea when I'm watching. Can both lose? Is that possible? Can they both lose by 6 goals?
Gaurav, you just lost yourself 2 million fans immediately. Now, this moment,
Yeah, that's
between
true.
the
So
United and Chelsea.
Which means my fan tally is now 1.5 million negative. Like negative net run rate now. All right, so there you go. You look at that points table, you see Delhi, 8 points. You've got Calcutta, they're tied with Calcutta now, and they're only 1 win behind Punjab, Mumbai, and Bangalore. So suddenly you're looking, one more, Rajasthan. So now you're looking at this, right? Now you look at that points table. What is the narrative? What is the overarching feeling that you have right now? When you look at the points table, can we bring it back, please? You just look at that points table. You see 10 from 10. There's Rajasthan, Bangalore, Mumbai, Punjab.
Correct.
Delhi and Kolkata, which seem like, no, they are not in contention at all. Actually, just 1 win.
That's right.
Yeah, because 8 from 10 could easily become 10 from 11.
Yeah.
And the teams on top lose 1. They're 10 from 11
They'll
too.
be playing each other, so some will be
So
getting.
you're one win away from
I'm
joining
telling
that
you.
pack.
Yeah.
And I mean, every year we say, wow, what a tournament. But as it gets to the finish line, it's getting closer and closer. I mean, Delhi won 2.
I'll tell you, if Hyderabad wins tomorrow, they become 8 from 10 as well. So suddenly there's, I love it. I'm telling you, you can't call it. You can't call at least, I don't think you can call 3 and 4 right now.
See, the fascinating thing is...
1 and 2, a lot of people have front runners, Gujarat and Chennai, because it's just the kind of cricket.
I mean, if Chennai don't qualify from 13 points, that won't happen. That won't happen. Gujarat, I mean, it's unlikely. That'll be a choke of serious proportions.
Yeah.
But LSG, 11? Can they get stuck on 11?
I'm telling you, from 3 down to 9. 3 down to 9. It's all like you have no idea. By the time this weekend is over,
No, wait, 3 down
next
to
few
9.
days are gone, it's just going to be...
Wait a minute. The 10th team is 3-6 and could be 4-6.
If they win tomorrow, then they come in the mix as well. If they don't, then...
They've got 5 games left.
It's bye-bye birdie.
Hyderabad have 5 games left.
Yeah.
They win all 5, they're on 16 points.
So, if you remember, in 2011, was it? Or 2012, they were 3-7. Hyderabad was 3-7 and won their last 4 and qualified.
On net run rate.
On net run rate, 7-7.
This is absolutely wide open.
Love it.
Wide
So
open.
2 weeks to go, right? Today is Saturday, Sunday, so that's 15 days to go. So, yeah, it's gonna
This
go
is
down
the
to
most
last game.
democratic communist table that you'll ever see. There's no Bill Gates out there. They're all packed.
There's no wealth inequality. Go on about the peasant struggle.
Standard deviation of
and
wealth?
the proletariat.
Yes.
And the bourgeoisie.
Yeah, Karl Marx would have been proud of this table. Let's put it that way.
Oh, okay. I only know Richard Marx.
I don't know him.
You don't know Richard Marx?
I know Karl, I know Groucho.
I know Groucho also.
You don't know Richard Marx? Sir, because I tell you why you don't know Richard Marx. You're a musician, because you knew something else, full marks.
Oh, well played.
Academic.
I wish I did.
Topper students don't know all these things like us.
Nowhere close.
As he's just being humble, okay? All right, let's have a look at the 2 games that are happening tomorrow. The first one is, drum roll, Gujarat playing Lucknow. Yes, that is a spicy meatball. It is very juicy.
Fantastic game. Gujarat win, they go to 16.
Can we call it the Fantastico?
After the, what was it? Slipato? No, what is today's game?
The Classico I call the Flatico.
Flatico.
Yeah, because it kind of...
This could be the?
Fantastico.
Fantastico.
Yeah, the El
Yeah, somehow when you
Fantastico.
say Fantastico, it doesn't sound so good. You say El Fantastico, it's actually sound.
El Fantastico. Fantastico.
I mean, just look at that. If Gujarat win that game,
Yeah.
they're 16 and suddenly these guys are 11 from 11.
Yeah.
And, you know, Lucknow are 11 from 11 and they're thinking, hang on, we win 2 out of 3, we get stuck on 15 because of the odd number of odd points.
True.
So suddenly they're saying we need to win all 3 of our remaining games.
Yeah, but let's look at the Lucknow squad and see if they would make any changes. This game is happening in Ahmedabad, so it is quite a departure from the surface that they play at in Lucknow. It's a big scoring ground. You get a lot of runs over here, and they've got the gun batters.
There's 2 kinds of pitches in Ahmedabad. One day Ahmedabad turned out a 140 pitch.
Yeah.
It was just the one day, right? I don't think they'll play that one.
Was it in Ahmedabad that they put out a 140 pitch? The second or third game, I think.
Yeah.
So
That was just the one game, right? But otherwise, the pitch that they end up
it's a
using.
lot of runs and you get more sixes there than almost anywhere else.
See, the last time they went with this and kept Naveen Haq. My question is, will they turn around and say, should we put in Quinton de Kock, take out Naveen Haq and get another Indian bowler, maybe Avesh Khan, maybe somebody out there. My point is, remember, Deepak Hooda is also sitting out. He's also an option. So I think somewhere there, they'll have to look at it because this was made for a game in Lucknow where they thought the ball would turn.
Yeah, they get Avesh in. You can leave Naveen. So you have Avesh and Mohsin.
Also perhaps
bowling.
Krishna Gautam does not play then. You know, maybe a Deepak Hooda in his place.
Yeah, but the big move there, of course, is getting Quinton de Kock in because you want that experience since KL Rahul is not playing. If you want to get that experience up top of Quinton de Kock, though it doesn't look like they are, I don't know, last match they had a chance to play him. It doesn't look like they're going to play him. I don't know if
Sorry,
it's gonna
correction, I was going through. It wasn't in Ahmedabad. It must have been some other place, though.
Yeah, that's
low
what.
Scoring game.
Yeah, the low scoring game that they
Wasn't in
played, Gujarat and Lucknow played, was in Lucknow.
Wasn't in Ahmedabad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I like that you went back and corrected it. See, that's why he gets full marks. That's why he's class topper.
You just give the paper and we walk
Sir,
out.
हम तो ऐसी fraud कुछ भी बोल देते हैं कि ठीक है बाद में ठीक नहीं होगा तो sorry बोल देंगे क्या है?
You know what a difference a day makes? This day started off with the 2 of you ganging up, and giving me a hard time.
Yeah.
Now suddenly someone must have told you that in our culture we respect age.
That's right. Now we're defending you.
Okay. Yeah, good.
Now we're defending and respecting.
Good on you. So let's go back to that Gujarat team.
Yeah, it was your hitmen.
Sorry.
Your
Don't say it like
bouncers.
that.
Your
They persuaded
henchmen.
us. They persuaded.
They just asked us politely.
Yeah. They made us an offer we couldn't refuse.
Yeah, they did. It only had one bullet. Anyway.
The Gujarat team.
Yeah, the Gujarat team. Gujarat team's got a lot of guns.
Yeah.
A lot of bullets. And they're all firing. And they're all hitting the target.
Last game, Ridhiman Saha came good at the bat again. which was the
Yes.
one thing that they wanted.
And that Hardik, the hitter Hardik. Love the hitter Hardik.
What was Hardik doing? I mean, Hardik is one of the cleanest hitters of the ball in the modern game.
Jeez, he's good.
And why would you, when you're a chef, waste your time making samosas and kachoris?
Hey, 1 second. No, wait. There's 2 people here from Delhi. Don't diss the samosa.
No, I mean, then it's not like
No. We don't come to your house and say the dokla's not good. Oh, he just went to college in IIM Ahmedabad. You didn't. Yeah.
So what?
But yeah. So basically what we're saying is they are tomorrow going to make a little change perhaps? Is the little change
No,
going to
first,
happen tomorrow?
Little has to happen.
Little has
because
to
he's
happen.
gone.
Yeah. So little
So
change
Alzari
will
Joseph-
happen because Little is not there. So they'll just get Alzari in.
Yeah, depending on the surface, they'll get Alzari in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind them giving a game to Das and Shanaka.
I think if they had won the previous game,
Yeah.
they would have been on 16 just now.
They
And I think Dasun Shanaka would have played. They can still do a game to Shivam Mavi
Yeah, also
and play Quinton up front.
Quinton?
So, Quinton, oh sorry, that's Lucknow.
Yeah, Gujarat,
They could
yeah.
still play Shivam Mavi if they wanted
And
to
who
give
do they
someone
get?
a break.
See, here's-
Actually, they don't need to. They're doing so well.
they're doing so
Just one
well.
straight
They don't
swap.
need to. They won the last
straight
game. So
swap.
they're doing really well. And the thing is also, I'll take that back because with Das and Shanaka, they've already got so many finishers. It's an embarrassing
No. So if
riches
Shanaka has
with,
to play, then he has to play for a Tevatia or a Miller.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen.
That means 2 swaps.
Yeah, but
Because Indian
but here's the thing, right? If you're playing, you've got Hardik, if he bats like that, he's a finisher. Miller's a finisher. Tewati is a finisher. Abhinav Manohar is a finisher. Their problem is different, that they've not had a stable
3-4.
number 3.
So they might still look at Sai Sudarshan up and play around with Abhinav Manohar or Vijay Shankar.
Yeah. And use
If
them as
Sai Sudarshan is fit again to bat it.
get them as impact players or do something like that.
But again, like we said, Joy, in the previous show, so they just played yesterday. Wow, that's pretty quick turnaround. Jaipur and then Ahmedabad. But like we said yesterday, for Hardik to be successful at number 3, he just has to tell the openers, give me a solid stand. And as soon as they give a solid stand,
I
he
said
comes
to him, I
in.
said, good to see Hardik back. I said, the captain, this other guy who looked like the captain batting at 3, I saw Hardik again.
But that's because those partnerships are not
Correct.
coming
He
to
said
the
by the
opening, so he
time
comes so early.
Yeah, he said by the time I came into bat, the game was almost over. He hit 39. The game was not almost over, but
Yeah.
he said they'd set it up, so I was free to bat in a certain way.
But because their openers have not been getting those partnerships in previous games, he has to come in really early and kind of just hold it together. And a couple of games wasn't able to accelerate. But I think that botched chase against Delhi is the one that's kind of, sometimes you need something to shake you up. And I said before the Delhi game, complacency against the bottom ranked team.
Yeah, that was a 1 versus 10.
Yeah, 1 versus 10, because the same thing had happened last year against Mumbai. They came to play and got complacent and botched a chase.
And then did Delhi lose out? There was one game right at the end where Delhi lost out.
Yeah.
Because Mumbai beat somebody. Whatever, that's too far.
That Delhi Mumbai goes on, right? The Delhi Mumbai thing. But yeah, so Gujarat, perhaps no changes for Lucknow. We'll just come back to the Lucknow team. You wanted
We've
to say
already
something.
reached a situation where the other teams are now supporting somebody else.
Yeah.
So there's a few teams there that want Gujarat to win tomorrow.
And just clean.
Yeah, I think that's what they
So that LSG are stuck on 11.
Yeah.
So all these teams that are on 10, they don't want LSG to go further up.
Correct.
So they're all saying to Gujarat, आप ऊपर की हवा ले लो.
हाँ.
उड़ जाओ ऊपर. पतंग जैसे उड़ता है ना?
Yeah.
ऊपर उड़ जाता है, अब ले लो ऊपर की हवा.
Yeah.
Keep LSG on 11, but LSG have the bigger decisions to take.
Yeah, let's bring that squad back and say if they want to get Quinny in, right?
Yeah.
At the top, what do they do? What's the
See,
change?
they have to play Nicholas Puran. I mean, they don't have to because Quinton's a wicketkeeper, but he's done well, Nicholas Puran, for them. So they'll play Puran, they'll play Stoinis, they'll play Quinton de Kock. That leaves just one other player.
So do you get Kyle Mayers or do you keep Naveen ul Haq?
So they might go the Delhi way and play all 4 overseas at the top.
Yeah.
And in place of Naveen ul Haq, maybe they...
You have Avesh, you have options.
Yeah, you can play an Indian bowler. Unless Mark Wood is fit and they want the extra pace of Mark Wood. In which case you need an Indian batter up replacing Rahul.
But this is the one thing that I...
No, but the Mark Wood just comes in for Naveen ul Haq. I'm saying if you want to play de Kock and Wood, then you've got a problem, yes.
I just wanted to check, wasn't there some news about Mark Wood going back? Was there some news about Mark Wood going back?
He's going back for the birth of his daughter, but not yet. I don't think he's gone back.
Okay, not
just
yet.
She's not said I'm coming yet, the daughter. The daughter's not called and said I'm here.
No, there's no call yet. So he's here, but last week of May, is when he's due to go back. But
so far they're playing Puran Mayer's Stoinis.
yeah, they're playing those.
Puran
Kunal
Mayer's
comes
and
in
Navinul Haq.
in the middle. So it'll be interesting to see what these guys do tomorrow. Can they get Quinny in? Will they want to get Quinny in? Does Mark Wood play? Well, we'll know that tomorrow at 3 o'clock at the toss. Let's move to the second game for tomorrow. Oh, first, players to watch out for. Come on, pick one from each team. Pick one. You pick from Lucknow.
I'm going to pick from Lucknow. I think Stoinis is vital.
Stoinis.
Because if the pitch plays a true pitch, it's long boundaries, big boundaries. He's the kind of guy who can really make a difference in the middle. And he's been bowling better this year and they've used him more as a bowler this year than they have for a long, long time. They haven't used him before as a bowler that much.
Mark's Stoinis.
Stoinis is my
Karl Marx Stoinis.
Marks.
Marks, we're back to Marks.
My
Marks
favorite.
Stoinis.
My favorite bowler, I'm looking at Rashid Khan.
Rashid, okay.
Because I asked him about going for 45-50 and he said he immediately called for all his pitch maps
Yeah.
and for 1 hour he just bowled at a single stump to get that pitch map right, to see if he was pitching it too short or whatever. Looked at all his pitch maps and for an hour he bowled to a single stump.
Wow.
And next game, a game after that, he's got what, just 3 for 14 or something.
Yeah.
They took 5 for 39 between them. That's why I say, show me the best and I'll show you the hardest working.
Yeah. Nice.
And so I want to see now if Rashid Khan can turn another game. I just love watching Rashid Khan. And he said, I've spent the last 1.5, 2 years trying to bowl the leg break and the googly with the same grip and same action.
Wow.
So you saw Ashwin missed the leggy.
Yeah.
And then Riyan Parag comes in and misses the googly. Both balls pitch around the same area. It was fantastic bowling.
Yeah.
Matched only by Saha standing up to... Rashid Khan was a work of art the other day.
Yeah, it was. Matched only by Rashid's cooking skills. I'll tell you. I had some of the mutton curry he made on Eid. Jeez.
I don't know.
Those hands move really well in a lot of other places as well. Okay, so that's the first game. Let's talk about the second game now, which is... Batao, sir?
Rajasthan versus Hyderabad.
That is right. Hyderabad now, of course, is at the bottom of the table, so they need to win to kind of stay in contention over there. But for Rajasthan, what's happened?
5-1,
something's
1-5.
Yeah, they've had two distinct halves of this IPL, right? So like you said,
4 wins, 1
the
loss.
first 5, they lost only 1. The next 5, they won only one. Right?
Correct.
So what has happened? Where has Rajasthan got derailed?
Joss Butler.
Yeah, he's not got runs in the last 6 now.
Yeah, Joss Butler.
Okay.
Because Butler was giving them the starts that allowed the 30s and 40s that Samson makes so well to count. And then Yashasvi was in very good form. Padikkal was scoring a few. And in the last 5 games, I don't think Hetma has reached double figures. And he's such a powerful finisher for them that all of a sudden the batting is looking a little short.
Yeah.
And they don't bat very deep. They have Ashwin at 7.
Yeah.
Or if they then use that impact sub, then maybe or the odd day Ashwin can bat at 8.
But then they only have 5 bowlers.
Then they only have 5 bowlers. So in their top 6, their top 6 is Butler doesn't bowl, Yashasvi has just started to bowl some more leggies, Samson doesn't bowl, Hetmyer doesn't bowl, Jurel doesn't bowl.
Padikkal doesn't bowl.
And Padikkal doesn't bowl. So the top 6, there's not a single over in the top 6.
Yep.
So
it's a
that
problem.
team was structured in a certain way that we'll have 6 batters, 5 bowlers and we'll play. Now the impact sub is...
Yeah, but that doesn't seem like the new kind of way of playing T20.
The other question I'm asking is how many wickets has Trent Bolte taken in the power plays in the last 3 matches? Last match, he definitely didn't get wickets in the power play. And I think that is the other thing that happens. They depend on Trent Bolte to set it up front by getting those wickets up front.
Yeah.
And if that doesn't happen, because once that happens, team is in a bit of disarray, then the other bowlers come in. You know? And I think Trent Bolte not being in form in the last couple of matches may be an impact. The other thing is that they have to make up their minds at some point. Whereas if this is being played in Jaipur, like Zampa was a key bowler for them, but Zampa last match really went.
Yeah.
The only bowler who really impressed, if you look at it that way, was Chahal did well.
Yeah.
So if Zampa doesn't, do they go back and say, let's strengthen the batting a bit, get Holder back? Because they tried Holder for a while, then they went out and went with their specialist. Do they need that all-rounder back again? And I think they do, because they're in a precarious position.
Yeah. But then who's the bowler that they get in? Because
Holder,
they want to
if you
get another
in,
bowler then.
So you get Holder in.
Holder you'll get in. You're saying Holder for Zampa.
Yeah, straight.
But then when you're bowling, you've got 5 bowlers, out of which...
One is Holder, then you get an impact sub bowler.
Then you get an impact
use Holder to lengthen the batting. The funny thing though is, in a game where they desperately needed to finish, they used Ashwin above Holder.
Correct.
Then when Ashwin got out, they
Impact
used the
sub.
impact sub and sent Abdul Basit out.
Yeah.
And Holder was sitting with his pads on.
Correct.
And then they don't trust him to bowl the death overs either.
Yeah.
So is Holder neither this nor that, or a bit of this and a bit of that? And I think at the moment in their camp, I don't think is enough of either.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I don't know. There's,
What about Joe Root?
There's something that has happened there which...
Joe Root has spent a lot of time chatting with Michael Vaughan. They've had a good time together.
yeah, they have.
That's about all that he's had a chance to do.
Yeah, I mean, if you want to avoid a collapse like a previous game, they could have really used Joe Root because after that Yashasvi Jaiswal run out, they just went off a cliff. They were 47 for 1, and then after that they were 120 odd all out. So there, if there was a guy like Joe Root, the root, the tree, there's some.
Can they structure it differently, I wonder, and play Root for Hetmeyer?
Yeah.
Let Samson come at 4, Jurel 5, Padikkal 6, Root at 3. And I wonder if they can structure it that way.
Yeah.
Or you can do that. And the other option is to get Root, keep 3 players, and keep Root as an impact sub. So if you collapse, you bring
Keep
Root
only
into
3
it.
overseas players.
Yeah,
See, but they have to play Bolt, they have to play Butler.
So you have to play Bolt, Butler.
So you're saying you're not keeping Hetmeyer, and you may get Hetmeyer. Let's have a look at their squad.
Exactly what
is there. That's quite interesting what you're saying. Let's see who their foreign bowlers. There's Obed McCoy.
So I'm saying you play Bolt.
They don't have any foreign bowlers.
No, you play Bolt, Butler. Okay, you play Bolt, Butler, Hetmeyer.
Yeah, no.
No,
You're
okay.
saying Bolt, Butler, Root.
No, he said
I'm
keep
saying-
Root as an impact sub and have Bolt, Butler and Hetmeyer.
So you get either him or Jason Holder.
So
depending on what the situation.
Root and Holder are sitting outside.
Fair enough.
Depending if there's a collapse, you send in
But
Root.
where you don't want to send in Joe Root at number 5. Like
Look,
collapse.
if you're
You get 3 wickets down.
if you're 30 for 5, you need to hold up one end.
Yeah, for sure.
So I would then have Root, Hetmeyer, Donovan Ferreira among the 3 overseas because Donovan Ferreira can come in at the end and hit big.
Oh, he can hit big.
And then keep 2 Indian bowlers in there as your...
They've got quite a few.
subs.
They've got Kuldeep Sen. They've got the other Kuldeep Yadav.
Yes.
The spinner Kuldeep Yadav.
Who was to play yesterday?
Navdeep Saini.
Yeah, he was to play yesterday, Kuldeep Yadav. They lost wickets, so they sent Riyan Parag up.
Yep, that's true. All right, so Rajasthan has a few questions that actually can get answered. For Hyderabad, it's like there are no questions, but still the answers are not coming, right? It's like they've got all the players, they've got everything checked, yet they can't get a win.
I'll tell you what I believe. I believe that Hyderabad, most of the days, they get enough right, but not enough right to win.
Okay.
So when 2-3 guys fire, the rest don't fire. They never manage to get all the package together.
It's a lot of great instruments, but that tune is not playing. That symphony is not coming.
And that last match was a winnable match. I mean, they really threw it away. If you look at it, 125 for 4, Klaasen batting, Markram batting, they should have finished it there.
Yeah.
Can they play Phillips for Brook? You saw how Phil Salt played today?
True.
Glenn Phillips plays like that.
Yeah, he's that kind of player, but it doesn't seem like with that paycheck they want to get rid of Brook and make him sit.
Yeah, but the paycheck cannot be a millstone around your neck.
Yeah, I don't think it's a millstone around his neck. I don't think that he has an issue with it.
So
I think sometimes teams get too hung up on the fact. I'm not saying the paycheck. Forget the paycheck. The paycheck signifies something. Signifies that they really went after this player because they really believe in that.
Correct, but he's had 1 success in 8 innings, I think, or 1 in 9,
Yes,
1 in 9
and
something.
Exactly, and just 100. As in the rest of them they're not 40s and 50s. There are 10s and 15s and 10s.
Couple of zeros as well.
Yeah, absolutely. There's nothing there.
34 runs in 5 matches after that.
Last game he played a really strange shot. It told me that maybe his mind is muddled. Maybe he thought, you know what, I came here to establish my reputation. I started off with 100. Where am I going? These doubts can start to come in.
I mean, Glenn Phillips is a gun player.
Yeah, so they might just say to Glenn Phillips, listen, man, I'll push Klaasen up to 5 and then you just go and be finished. Or come as 4.
What's their problem there? See, because they're getting runs from Klaasen. It's because they're not getting runs
Not getting the big runs from the top.
from the top, right? So that's their problem there.
So
Their
Mayank Agarwal, Rahul Tripathi, they're not getting.
They're not getting big runs. And Abhishek, they're not getting big
Abhishek
runs.
Sharma.
Yeah.
On paper, those 3 are pretty good at IPL level, but they're not getting runs.
I mean, Rahul Tripathi has had the bizarrest tournament, isn't it? It just doesn't look.
He doesn't seem to have shown up.
And Umran Malik, where's Umran Malik gone?
He's on the bench.
Yeah, he's not playing because he's just bowling that one ball.
Yeah.
And worst for them was that their coach went to the media conference and said, sometimes you need a little bit of upstairs to win. That's what Brian Lara said after their game. You need a little bit of upstairs sometimes to win.
Oh.
So he's not happy either.
But if he's not
Somebody
happy,
said.
he shouldn't be telling people.
Ooh.
You're there as a coach to tell the team whatever you want to behind closed doors. You're not there to tell people.
Ouch. Ooh.
But then this is a question we've had before. I mean, what we've been discussing, that whatever it is, Brian Lara is a great player, one of the greats of the game. What is his coaching career? Because a lot of IPL is not about how much technique are you going to teach Harry Brooks, or or there are players who not at the age to learn technique. There isn't the time to teach 25 people technique.
Tough gig.
So what are you teaching them then? You're getting nets, you're managing them, you're looking after them, you're talking to them.
For all his flair, everyone thought Tendulkar was the purest, Lara was the flair. Lara is a deeply orthodox thinker on the art of batsmanship.
Yeah.
So I'd love to hear the conversations, but I think we should keep the Lara question and till the end of the season and see whether there is a comeback. But it's not always easy for great players to come in.
Exactly my
and
point.
Suddenly become.
There's a lot of, when you see the head coach role, there's a lot of administrative, a lot of man management. There's a lot more than just cricket that goes into
But there's the Stain, Murali, Lara, there's all these big names in that coach.
But most of them, remember, a lot of these great players work great as mentors. So if I'm a spinner, Murali puts an arm around me and takes me and says, this is what you're doing. That's perfect because he can get to you. But
Murali might tell you pitch outside off and hit leg. And you say, but how you can do that, not me.
That's also true. That's also true. But I feel that's the problem. That players like that, great players, are sometimes great as mentors. Like Wasim worked really well as a mentor to a Mohammad Shami, to a Jaydev Unadkat. But Wasim didn't organize the nets. Wasim didn't bother about that. If this guy is not in form, I need to have a chat with him early in the season because he's looking in the nets as if he's not with himself.
Yeah.
There are lots of other things like that perhaps if you're not coach, I'm not saying he hasn't.
No, I get it. It's like Joy says, how on earth can you not get the joy factor question? I mean, how can you not get it?
It's like Brian Lara saying that just take your backswing should be up here, right? Not easy to do. All right, the joy factor question and the answer and the winner, all three back to back in that order. Joy Bhattacharya, go.
Okay, the question was, which player whose last international wicket was Mohammad Haris has played for Tigers, Tuskers, Leopards and even Dragons?
Was he from Zim? Because
No,
I
he
looked at
was-
the Tuskers.
Yeah,
and Tuskers is a team in Zim.
Yeah.
But your answers always
Oh,
have
not
something-
Kochi Tuskers.
Not the Kochi Tuskers.
I forgot about the Kochi Tuskers.
I didn't. I was only going there.
No, I think the Tuskers or
messed it up for me.
Matabeland or something like that.
Yes,
But I was thinking, your questions normally have something to do with the game that day.
No, today
So
is
was
not
it
about the
someone
game,
like
but-
Blessing Muzarabani?
Okay, I'll give you one more hint. He's recently had a costly conversation.
Naveen ul Haq.
Perfect.
There you go.
Lost half his match fee. Naveen ul Haq. Well, there you go. That's the answer. And you're thinking about dropping him tomorrow, so he makes no money then, which is terrible.
I'm sorry.
What are you guys doing?
No, I was not tired.
That's horrible. What
I
are
mean,
you guys
it's nothing.
doing?
It's not personal.
All right, let's see.
I would have gone someone like Blessing Mozarabani or something, but
You just like saying blessing.
No, it's a lovely name.
like
Those two Zimbabwe bowlers, both tall guys, are lovely bowlers. I think they would have been good in the IPL.
Yeah.
Blessing Muzarabani. With a name like that, you must keep saying it 5 or 6 times. And Richard Angarava.
Angarava.
Tall bowler, left arm, excellent bowlers.
So I feel like doing Richard Angarava.
Or do it when Umpumalel Umbang was here.
He's going to be here tomorrow.
Yeah?
He's here
Ask
tomorrow.
about Richard Angarava.
We're going to talk
Are you
about
going
that.
to give somebody a prize or not?
There's no prize, but I'll take their name, which is prize enough. Your name being taken by me. Rishi Rukiana. Congratulations. Sir, you want to take... Don't take his name. Just say Blessing Muzarabani.
Blessing Muzarabani.
See, that was
what
a prize.
a name.
That was a prize for you.
It's the best name after who's the Pakistan Stanikzai, Asghar Stanikzai.
Afghanistan.
You can't name to Asghar Afghani. Yaar. He's such an Asghar Stanikzai.
Stanikzai.
Yeah.
All right.
Like Bastian Schweinsteiger. That kind of name.
Yeah,
Powerful.
Bastian Schweinsteiger.
When we were young, we used to abuse people by saying bloody Vostok. It sounded so
Vladivostok. That's right.
No, or you go further. Kamachkatka bloody Vostok.
Oh, wow.
It sounds really...
Now that sounds terrible. I don't know what it was, but it sounds terrible.
Yeah, these are dad insults, man. That's what we're doing right now. All right, we're going to get out of here because we'll see you tomorrow at 3 p.m. on Cricbuzz Live. There's 2 games tomorrow as well. That's right. I will be putting caffeine straight into my eyes and showing up here. So do join me then. Of course, my dear brothers are both taking a day off tomorrow. So, hey, have fun, yeah? Have fun in your lunch. Think about me. Have fun in your lunch. Think about me. Both of you. Look.
And then I'll think about you when I'm putting caffeine in my eyes and waking up early morning to go to Kolkata the next day.
Early morning.
7 o'clock flight, 5:45.
7 o'clock flight?
5:45, the airport.
You're not flying the plane, though. you're probably going to be lying down like that with 2 blankets,
Yeah,
and 6 pillows, and just
domestic flight. Yeah.
sleeping. Yeah, it's all right. It's okay. These people with long driveways just come here and, rub their
First world
luxury
problems.
faces.
First world problems.
First world problem. Rub their luxury problems in our faces. All right, that's it. Thank you very much, Mr. Bhogle. Thank you for being here.
Thanks, Mr.
Thank you.
Kapur.
Thank you, Mr. Julius Brutus Bhattacharya. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Gaurav Kapur, and I would like to wish you good night. Go party, man. It's Saturday. Or if parents haven't given you permission, I'm giving you permission. I'll talk to them tomorrow. Go enjoy yourself. Good night. Take care. Party. Bye.
Jaipur via Kota.
कृपया ध्यान आपको अहमदाबाद
दिल्ली में आपका स्वागत
Lucknow Junction.
ನಿಲ್ದಾಣದ ಕಡೆಗೆ ಹೊರಟಿರುವ ರೈಲು
एक्सप्रेस
পরবর্তী স্টেশন নেতাজি ভবন।
कृपया ध्यान दो